In the moments following that tragic collision of the American Airlines flight and the military Black Hawk helicopter over the Potomac, rumors began to fly online and around that the left's push to focus on diversity and equity and inclusion, DEI, had caused it all. The plane was surely being flown by unqualified people who got their jobs because of race or gender, and the same with the Black Hawk. After the recent Delta crash that flipped over upside down in Toronto, the same thing happened. The pilots were surely unqualified women or minorities who don't know how to land right side up. Now, if that seems mean-spirited or unfair, it sure doesn't help when leftists like Taylor Lorenz brag about being comforted by Delta's DEI stickers and sharing her confidence that because the company is hiring people based on race and gender, this plane is not going down. It also doesn't help when the company that ran that Delta flight advertises on the basis of the fact that they don't have men on some of their flights. All of that stuff is childish and stupid, and the people that push it are doing the people they think that they're promoting absolutely no favors. Stop and consider how insulting it must be to be a qualified and quality black pilot and have everyone on the plane assume when they see you in the cockpit that you're only there because of your skin color. How offensive to be a highly qualified woman pilot with perhaps years of experience and have everyone believe that you're only hired to work there because of your sex. That is what DEI has wrought for the people that DEI was supposedly going to help. Look, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make sure that qualified people of every race and gender are included and employed. But there's something terribly wrong with pretending that race and gender are what qualifies them. And that's where we are, because that's where the folks pushing DEI have brought us. American writer and podcaster Coleman Hughes explained this reality perfectly.
They were having a problem with a particular kind of snake. You may have heard this. And so they decided to give a cash reward for every person who brought in a dead snake, thinking that, 2 + 2 = 4, all the dead snakes will be gone. Turns out, if you give a cash reward for dead snakes, people will breed snakes and kill them and start snake farms. And it turns out that there were way more snakes at the end of this dumb program than there were at the beginning. That's kind of like what DEI bureaucracies are, right? You think, there's some racial discomfort, there's some microaggressions, there's occasionally some real racism on campus. Let's double our DEI department, they'll fix it. Well, it turns out, no, they just solicit problems that would not have been there otherwise. The thing that, when you might have been a college freshman, it was like an interesting, uncomfortable conversation with your roommate of a different race than you, where you both grew. That now gets reported to a DEI bureaucrat as a microaggression because they asked where you're from, So everything that seems like it's tamping down the problem is actually exacerbating it.
That's brilliant. Look, if it turns out that any of these air disasters were caused by unqualified DEI hires, well then that's a crime and it has to be punished. But the mere fact that DEI advocates have subjected every female and minority pilot to the humiliation of this speculation, that is nothing short of a crime itself.